Um, Dorothea Nicholson, parent of two children with ADHD, ADD, some behavior challenges, cognitive impairment, developmental disabilities, and comprehensive reading and math deficits. The first thing I did to deal with being told that my children, my daughter, my number one child, had a specific disability was I cried. And I requested to see the social worker because I knew I needed a lot of support. And first thing they could tell me was, oh, we have this support group here in Michigan, but it was just formulated. But because your child was the seventh child diagnosed here in our medical facility, we don't have a lot of information. So I had to do a lot of research. Then when I discovered too that there were specialists that specialized in her condition, I traveled. I traveled to New York. And then I started attending those support groups more often. Then I learned that there was a lot more children that was more worse off than mine. So I was grateful. But at the same time, I was still hurt because there was a time that I wanted to communicate with my daughter. I couldn't. She just kept pointing and gesturing. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then she'll have her temper tantrum because I couldn't understand her. Then it was just one of the worst experiences a first-time parent could ever experience, first of all. And it was definitely a challenge for my family. First of all, parents need to, learn that they have rights. They have to also learn what our responsibilities are. So because we have responsibilities, that is to make sure that our children are being educated, they need to, first of all, relax and learn about the situation itself. You gotta learn about the disability, come connected with the right partners, whether it's a community mental health organization, whether it's the psychologist, the neurologist, the pediatrician, maybe the medical assistant, the social workers within the hospitals. And then from there, have to be able to trust the people who are going to be handling your children for hours at a time. Be open, we always communicate so that people can have a better understanding. Always include those who are involved. If you go to the doctor, share the information. Maybe someone can guide you to the next resource. Perhaps Dorothea Nicholson, CEO and President of AD&D's Educational Services and Supports, Inc. I assist not just our special needs children, their parents, elderly adults, also our children who is transitioning. Also do a lot of advocacy with consulting with unemployment, also with helping our seniors have access to accommodation within their apartment settings. Also go to the table with a lot of our parents. I've been not just in the city of Detroit. I think I've been to at least 5 cities now within Michigan. And every city I go into, the parent, when I'm contacted, the parent is furious. The parent is ready to jump. When I say jump and leap across the table, throw some punches. I've been, let's give you an example. I've been in one case, and I still have had a few, but this one particular case stands out. This parent she's very articulate, and she was always open to conversations with the teachers, the administrators, the specialists, but at the same time, they kept pushing her child away. And then it got to the point where they wanted to expel her child, but at the same time, she continued to advocate professionally for her child. But it was just this one time. We get to the table, and I came with another advocate, and thank God I came with someone else because this parent leaped across the table at the special ed team. And as a matter of fact, it was a social worker, and she was so furious that what the social worker did was he took the information from another social worker, created a plan, never evaluated her child, but always had these suggestions. And then there was documentation that was supposed to have been kept. There was no documentation, kept lying. So some of the other things I had to do was file state complaints. We filed federal complaints. So far, my win ratio is 100% 1 ratio. I filed many, and also many for myself and for my children.